Steph Curry isn't just rewriting the basketball record books, he's erasing them. With each swish of the net, Stephen Curry inches closer to a realm previously thought unattainable. His latest performance has not only solidified his status as an elite scorer, but has ignited a fervent debate. Is Steph Curry unequivocally the greatest shooter of all time? Though Stephen Curry has had many legendary moments in his remarkable basketball career, one of his best will be remembered from the last 3 minutes of Team USA's 98-87 triumph over France on Saturday night at Bercy Arena. This was the Olympic gold medal game, not merely another high-stakes contest. Curry, who had never taken home an Olympic title before, seized this opportunity to establish his legacy on the global scene in the most amazing manner. Curry's three-pointers first came at a vital period in the fourth quarter when France cut the US lead to just 3 points, 82-79. Curry, ever the king of cunning ball handling, pump-faked, sending French defender Guerschon Yabusele skyward. Curry corrected himself near the top of the key with a fast dribble to his right, presenting a clear view of the basket. Though he had made many shots before, this one bore the weight and hopes of an entire country. The US lead grew to 6 when the ball swirled through the net, giving some much-needed breathing room. Curry hit once more less than a minute later, with 1 minute and 53 seconds remaining on the clock and the US leading a vulnerable 87-81. He shifted to his left this time, throwing another fake that left seasoned NBA player Nicolas Batum lunging past him. Curry sent the ball straight towards the hoop with the accuracy of a sniper. Curry started pointing to his chest as it fell to indicate his confidence and the dagger-like force of the shot. Now, the scoreboard shows 90-81, and France's prospects were fading. France, however, was not ready to submit. Batum answered with his own three-pointer, slicing the margin back to 6 at 90-84. Still a two-possession game, the French throng in Paris was howling with hope. Team USA, however, had a strategy centered on one player, Stephen Curry. Back down the floor, the ball found Curry once more. This time, Nando De Colo became victim to Curry's deadly pump fake. Curry fired his third three-pointer in just 88 seconds, boosting the US advantage back up to 9 points, 93-84, with little over a minute remaining. Another flip of his wrist. Declared the Olympic tournament MVP, LeBron James was astounded by Curry's performance. "Just simply marvel at his amazing talent," James stated following the game. For years in the NBA, James, who ended with a strong 14 points, 10 assists, and 6 rebounds, had been on Curry's receiving end of genius. This time, though, they were teammates, probably for the final time. James advised, "Keep looking for him, keep getting him the ball." Though it was a pretty basic approach, it turned out to be quite powerfully successful. Not willing to give up either was the young French phenomenon Victor Wembanyama. Just 55 seconds left, he had guided France with 26 points on the night and added another three-pointer to cut the US lead to 93-87. There was obvious strain. France was still within striking reach. Curry, though, had one more trick up his sleeve. Curry danced with the ball as the shot clock was running down and 2 French defenders, Batum and Evan Fournier, closed in. Curry then stepped back and fired a shot that appeared to violate the laws of physics. Before descending smoothly through the hoop, the ball flew so high it almost touched Bercy Arena's roof. When asked whether he thought the shot was headed in, Anthony Edwards answered, "Hell nah." Another Team USA standout, Bam Adebayo, was limited to expressing incredulity, admitting, "I was kind of like, what the fuck?" For Curry, though, it was simply another working day at the office. Curry staggered towards the sideline, using his trademark night-night motion as the ball passed the basket, sealing the game and the gold medal for Team USA. It was very certainly game over. Curry completed the evening with 24 points, on an incredible 8 for 12 from outside the arc, adding to his 36-point outburst in the semifinal comeback against Serbia. His accomplishment rounded off an amazing day for the United States, also guaranteeing gold in women's soccer and 3 more track and field contests. "It's right up there with all the greatest games of his career," said US coach Steve Kerr, who has personally seen many of Curry's finest performances. "The shot-making was just absolutely amazing. Under the conditions, on the road in Paris, versus France for a gold medal, this is storybook material." That is what Steph does, though. He enjoys being in narrative literature. Indeed, that evening in Paris, Stephen Curry penned another chapter in his illustrious career. While Curry's night confirmed his position as one of the best to have ever participated in the game, Team USA's was a celebration night. Now, most people agree that Stephen Curry is the best basketball shooter from past times. His three-point shooting records have changed the game and eliminated any room for discussion about his abilities. But Curry's ascent to this zenith was how the secret is a mix of innate ability, intensive instruction, and a competitive attitude refined by his family. Del Curry, Curry's father, was a talented NBA shooter as well. Del coached Steph from a young age, using a rigorous schedule meant to improve his form. Del's original strategy forbade Steph from trying three-pointers until he was 11 years old. Although pretty unique, this regulation stemmed from the belief that accuracy, especially for long-range shots, is dependent on correct shooting technique. Del felt that young Steph wasn't ready for three-pointers until he developed the proper strength and form. The approach needed to make a three-pointer, keeping the elbow tucked and having the strength to get the ball over the rim, was something else. Del Curry taught using rigorous and exhaustive techniques. Steph learned the principles of shooting, thereby guaranteeing that every movement was exact. Steph's commitment to these drills paid off, since he progressively acquired the lethal accuracy needed to transform the NBA. The father-son relationship went beyond basketball to include teaching discipline and a strong work ethic. Steph's development also depended much on his younger brother, Seth Curry. The two brothers fiercely competed, pushing one another to surpass their limitations throughout the same demanding workouts ran by their father. Steph, who was determined to never lose to his younger brother, developed this sibling rivalry. Steph's competitive spirit, which still shows clearly in his NBA career, was greatly shaped by his will to surpass Seth in every drill and activity. Steph proved he was relentless right away when he was at last left to start hitting three-pointers. His confidence developed, along with his remarkable consistency in sinking jumpers from deep beyond the arc. This was only the beginning of a career destined to be legendary. Steph's workout schedules have only gotten more advanced over his professional career. These days, his trainers concentrate on honing his shot making under demanding settings. For example, they only count the shots that stray from the rim and occasionally even push him to use the backboard during shooting. Steph's exercises are meant to replicate the tiredness that he feels during a game when he usually sprints around the court mercilessly before firing a shot. One of the several reasons that Steph is so deadly in critical situations, often performing best when the game is on the line, is his ability to shoot with accuracy while being exhausted. Steph is also unmatched in commitment to conditioning. He runs quite often and performs exercises to keep up his stamina since he takes his cardiovascular fitness very seriously. Observing him during a game makes one quickly tired merely from seeing how relentlessly he moves, always active and making opponents chase him around screens. His approach revolves mostly around this continuous motion, which wears down opponents and generates chances for his deadly three-point shots. Some of the best NBA players, including LeBron James and Carmelo Anthony, respect Steph's work ethic and shooting skills. Often applauding Steph on social media, LeBron, a basketball legend in his own right, has openly recognized him as the best shooter of all time. Another NBA great, Carmelo Anthony, offered a perceptive narrative about Steph's early years. Steph visited a pro workout session reserved for top NBA players, including Kevin Durant and Carmelo, while still in college at Davidson. Steph stood out even back then. Though he was a relatively unknown college player, his commitment and skill impressed several seasoned NBA pros. Steph's collegiate stint at Davidson prepared him for his NBA brilliance. Averaging between 4 and 9 three-point shots per game, he shot an amazing 42% from beyond the arc throughout his 3 years at Davidson. Although these figures were astounding, they only set the stage for what was to come. Steph was picked by the Golden State Warriors in 2009 when they saw his promise. When Mark Jackson started coaching the Warriors in 2011, his career really started. Jackson's coaching style let Steph flourish by pushing what others considered to be reckless shooting. Jackson even created plays meant especially to exploit Steph's shooting prowess, including the now famous elevator screen move. Steph started to blossom under Jackson, but his actual potential was not released until Steve Kerr became coach in 2014. Former NBA sharpshooter Kerr knew that Steph's abilities might permanently alter the game, and they succeeded. Steph's entering the league has almost doubled the three-point attempt count per game. Teams today give the three-point shot first priority, a tactic almost unheard of in Kerr's day. This is the extent of Steph's impact. Steph has been practically unassuming throughout his career. Defenders used to guarding the basket have had trouble adjusting to his long-range shooting. Before Steph, many players turned to the mid-range jumper, which became well known thanks to stars like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. But Steph's regular hitting of deep threes changed defensive tactics and left the opponents racing to catch up. And that's all the time we got for today, folks. We hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and do hit that bell icon on your way out. See you all next time.